Hi Scorpio, welcome to your love reading for September 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks for you, and you did have 3 jumping cards. So let me show you what they are. The first card that jumped for you is the Death card. So this is something really significant that's coming up in your love life in the month of September. This card usually comes up when something is happening that will change everything. This is a card of a situation that will change your life forever. For some of you, it can be something positive like getting married, having a baby, but it can even be a decision to break away from a relationship that you're not happy from. It does represent an ending and a new beginning. You also had the Page of Swords. So this is some type of conversation between you and your partner or someone, where someone's speaking the truth. And I felt when I saw the card that for some of you, it could be that someone is finally telling you the truth. It could be that somebody has been wanting you back in their life. It could be that somebody has feelings for you and maybe they've not wanted to say anything. It just feels like somebody's coming clean with you here. Now, the last card that jumped for you is the Knight of Wands. So this is a really protective energy where you feel like you just need to hold back. And it could be that something's going on in September where you feel like you don't want to say too much. You don't want to reveal too much to your partner because you don't want to be hurt. Okay, so these were all just jumping cards. I'm going to put them back in the deck, and let's go ahead and start by getting 9 cards. This is the love reading for the sign of Scorpio for September 2018. First card you have, Scorpio, is a Hierophant. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for September. Justice. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio. Page of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio. 7 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio. Page of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for September. Knight of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio for September. The Chariot. Love reading for the sign of Scorpio. And the 5 of Wands. Okay, what's the most important message that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for the month of September 2018? The card that you have is the 8 of Wands. So this is some type of surprise. This is something that takes you totally by surprise. This can be something shocking. This is either some type of like change in your situation, like somebody coming back into your life, somebody wanting you back. This can even be a really kind of unexpected message for maybe the last person that you ever, thought was thinking of you. The 8 of Wands is just a change that just kind of blows you away. You never thought this would ever happen. Okay, so we'll come back to that to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. So you have the Hierophant, Justice, and the Page of Wands. So the Hierophant, it is, a really spiritual energy. It is a card of kindred spirits and soulmates, but it's also, kind of like a pull. You feel drawn to someone. You feel like you belong with someone. Seeing this card next to the Justice card, which does represent that something is out of balance, that something was not fair, somebody was treated wrongly, something was just, when the Justice card comes up, something has not been fair to someone. There has been an injustice. So I feel like there can be a change in a situation where somebody let you down. I'm surprised we don't have something like the 5 of Cups here, although I am going to get more cards for you. When the Justice card comes up, something has not been fair to you or to someone else. And, there can be communication there. You've got the Page of Wands. All the pages represent communication. I see one here and one here. So communication is important. Remember that the main energy is the 8 of Wands. Perhaps very unexpected communication. So perhaps, someone did let you down here. Maybe somebody cheated on you or broke things off very unexpectedly. And, you know, perhaps this person is still feeling, you know, very connected to you with the Hierophant. I mean, it's the first card, and the first card's always really significant. This is, you know, kind of the, you know, feeling a pull towards someone, like this is where I belong. This is a person that I feel is, you know, a kindred spirit or my soulmate or my twin flame. There is that energy. And then, you know, kind of somebody trying to make things up to you with the Justice card. Somebody's trying to apologize. And the Page of Wands is that reaching out, that communication. And this is also, I mean, the Page of Wands is always good news. So I feel like if you're hearing from somebody, if you're hearing somebody from the past, I feel like you're happy to hear from them. I mean, you're not hearing from someone that, you know, you wish would just go away, never come back. I feel like, you know, you were maybe secretly hoping this person would reach out to you, or, you know, you really wanted them back. I mean, the Page of Wands is good news. And also, you know, an exciting change. You know, and again, a situation where you were not treated very fairly. Now, down here, there's a little bit more information. We have the Seven of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. So, you know, I've been focusing on the Justice card. You know, something maybe was not fair to you. Maybe you were treated badly. This can sometimes represent deceit. This can represent lies. Someone being two-faced. I don't always get this, and it's been a while since I've gotten this from this card, but this can sometimes represent slander, even jealousy. So I mean, it will not apply to everyone, but if somebody was kind of meddling in your relationship, gossiping, or in some way caused you and your partner to break up, it could be that that's coming up this month, or something's being revealed. But for others, it can just be, you know, deceit. You've also got, you know, the Page of Cups. This, again, communication. But this page is saying someone's going to open their heart to you. Someone's really going to tell you, you know, exactly what they have been feeling, exactly how they feel about you. Someone could be telling you that they love you. You know, and now that I said that, seeing these three cards right here, I feel like for some of you, somebody wants to tell you exactly how they feel about you. But I feel like it's hard for them with this energy here. Because this is an energy, if it's not deceit, where somebody's, you know, just maliciously lying to you, it's self-deceit. It's somebody that doesn't want to admit, they're being stubborn, and they don't want to admit that they're lying to themselves. They're refusing to see the truth. And that would explain it with this card right here. Because this is saying that your situation is going to take time. This is slow progress. So maybe you're making progress with someone that's being really stubborn and refusing to see the truth. But I see, you know, communication here. I see communication. This is someone speaking from the heart. And again, this ties in with the main energy, where this can completely take you by surprise. Like, what? So-and-so still loves me? So-and-so wants me back? They've been thinking of me? And, you know, perhaps you thought that person didn't love you, didn't want you back, they moved on. Somebody was done wrong here. And communication is really important in September. But I feel like, you know, somebody could be lying to themselves here. And it really feels, in this row here, it feels like somebody doesn't want to see the truth. Somebody's, you know, maybe saying, I'll be okay, or I'll forget about them. But there is some slow progress being made here. And then I feel there will be communication. Somebody will tell you exactly how they feel about you. Now, in the bottom row here, we've got another Knight. We've got the Knight of Cups, the Chariot, and the Five of Wands. So there is a struggle. I mean, that energy is being repeated. It was here, and now it's here. Now, it's a general reading, so you have to keep in mind, how does this apply to me? For others, remember I told you, I felt that this card can be slander, it can be jealousy coming from someone else. And then you get this card, which can represent competition. So if you've been struggling with someone maybe going after your partner, that can be really coming to a head in the month of September. You do have success here. But for others, it can just be that, you know, your partner is fighting something within them. The Five of Wands does represent a struggle. Somebody's struggling with, you know, with their feelings, or struggling with the truth. But I do see, you know, positive movement here with the Knight of Cups. This is positive movement in your love life. Maybe even a proposal. I mean, technically this card came right after I pulled this one, two Knights. So there is some type of movement in your love life. And remember, at the beginning of the reading, I did pull, well, actually the Death card jumped for you. Something huge, something really significant happening in your love life in September. So I feel, you know, if somebody has been holding back from you, the 5 of Wands. They've been fighting their feelings for you. Maybe there's just been a lot of arguments. This can also be pettiness, misunderstandings. Look for that to change, because you do have the Chariot. This is victory, but this is also movement in your relationship. So there's movement here and there's movement here. So something really wants to change in your love life, Scorpio. Again, this is positive for you. This is totally unexpected with the 8 of Wands being here. Okay, let's see what other messages come up. I'm going to pull 3 more cards for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September 2018? You've got the Page of Pentacles. You've got another page. That's interesting. You've got 1, 2, 3. Communication is huge. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September? The Devil. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September? The 8 of Swords. Yeah, there's something very weird going on here. Very, very strange. Look at this. You've got the Page of Pentacles, which does represent communication, and then you've got the 8 of Swords with the Devil in the middle. So, I mean, the Devil, this is something that's working against your relationship. This is something negative. I mean, for some of you, because you've got the Justice card, the 7 of Swords, the 5 of Wands right here, it could be that your partner in some way, you know, they're being stubborn, they're really giving into their fears. For some of you, it can be that. I mean, the Devil does not always have to be something grotesque, something, you know, terrifying, like, you know, another person, or cheating or abuse. It can sometimes just mean that there are some real fears here. Somebody's giving into negative thinking. There's some type of harsh energy here. And the Page of Pentacles, somebody here, I mean, it does represent communication, but it also means that somebody's going to be looking at this very carefully. The Page of Pentacles is almost like the Hermit. This is somebody kind of zooming in on a problem and seeing like what's really going on here. Like what's really working against my love life? What's really working against my relationship? And especially this, what's really holding me back? The 8 of Swords. This is someone that feels completely trapped by their circumstances. They feel like they can't do nothing. They feel like their hands are tied behind their back. This can be someone in an unhappy relationship, unhappy marriage, where somebody may be looking at this very carefully and saying, am I really stuck? I mean, this can really apply to someone that, you know, maybe you're interested in someone who's with someone else or already married. They may really be looking at that situation like, why am I really here? Am I really stuck the way I think I am? But I mean, keep in mind the Devil is here. So there is some really perhaps strong fears, strong doubts. There's just a strong energy here. I mean, the 7 and the 8 of Swords of somebody, you know, thinking that they're stuck. And with this card being here, whoever it is that's thinking they're stuck and that they're powerless, they're being their own worst enemy. They're actually working against their love life. Let's go ahead and move on to the confirmation deck to see if we get any more insight into this. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September? You've got the Queen of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September? Interesting. Queen of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Scorpio for September? 6 of Wands. What's the most important message that Scorpio needs to hear about their love life for September 2018? 7 of Wands. This is telling you to fight. This is telling you there's something to confront, or maybe there is someone to confront. I mean, again, you have Justice, you got the 7 of Swords under here, you've got the 8 of Swords, you got the Devil. I mean, there's so many energies here. This is saying someone's going to have to speak up. So again, if you have been done wrong, treated really unfairly by someone, you could really be confronting this person like, you know, what really happened between us? Why did you cheat on me? Why did you leave me? Or somebody could be confronting you, or somebody could really be, I mean, right here, somebody could really be confronting their fears, you know, kind of seeing, I'm holding myself back. I'm not happy. I'm cheating myself out of happiness because, I mean, I see it here and I see it here. I feel like these are probably the most revealing cards in your reading. The 7 and the 8 of Swords. And if you look at them, look at what's right between them. The Page of Cups. It's like somebody has been being their own worst enemy in their love life. You know, working against themselves, lying to themselves, thinking they're stuck, and they're finally ready to talk. They're finally ready to speak from the heart. Maybe tell you how they really feel, what's really been going on. This, the Devil. It's time to confront. It's time to really, like, somebody's really going to be speaking their mind. But you do have here 2 people. One of them is you as a water sign. And then there's a fire sign. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. So, I mean, you've got 2 people. And it doesn't have to be a fire sign. I mean, this is you. But this can be the energy that your partner is in. If they're not a fire sign. The most important thing is you've got you with another person. And then you've got victory. The 6 of Wands. So the 6 of Wands is saying, like, no matter what is going on in your love life, in your relationships, this is a card of moving past all obstacles, no matter what obstacles they are. Because, I mean, you do have, let me just show you, you've got a few in this reading. I mean, there's just a few things going on here. You've got, I mean, something here, an obstacle, perhaps deceit. Somebody maybe is lying to themselves if they're not lying to you. Somebody thinking they're stuck with the 8 of Swords. Slow progress, things moving really slowly. A harsh energy from the Devil. Strong fears, strong doubts. Perhaps, you know, fighting, misunderstandings, or just not being on the same page with the 5 of Wands. Somebody's really going to be, you know, looking at this with the Page of Pentacles being here. But again, you have the 6 of Wands saying you will get past all of these obstacles. And there's a strong confrontational energy for the month of September. Like somebody's really putting their foot down and saying no more. Remember, the 8 of Wands, I just realized, you have over here, the main energy was the 7 of Wands, and then the other deck was the 8 of Wands. Once somebody confronts the truth, or how they feel, or what's been blocking them, you will be surprised, shook by what happens here. With the 8 of Wands, unexpected communication, an unexpected change in a relationship that you never thought would happen. This is something positive. Let's focus only on exes now. I've got another deck here. We're going to use this one here. And we're just going to focus on those that are hoping to reconnect with an ex. Let me go ahead and shuffle the deck. What's going on between Scorpio and their ex in the month of September? Show me the energies. What's going on with Scorpio and their ex in the month of September? What's going on with Scorpio and their ex in the month of September? What's going on with Scorpio and their ex in the month of September? What's going on with Scorpio and their ex in the month of September? What's going on with Scorpio and their ex? Scorpio and their ex. Okay, so let me get these out of the way. And this reading is meant to kind of give you more insight for those that, you know, have a partner that is no longer in your life. Perhaps you broke up many months ago, maybe years ago, someone you've been thinking about, even if you are in some way still communicating. But this is, again, for those where you have broken up and you're hoping to get more insight on what's going to happen. Here's a deck. Show us the energies between Scorpio and their ex for the month of September 2018. 10 of Cups. Show us the energies between Scorpio and their ex for September 2018. The Hangman. Show us the energies between Scorpio and their ex for September 2018. The Page of Wands. Scorpio and their ex, September. The Four of Pentacles, Scorpio and their ex, September. Three of Swords, Scorpio and their ex, September. Two of Wands. Yeah, there's something really, really difficult going on here. I mean, look at these cards. You've got the Ten of Cups, the Hangman, the Page of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Wands. Now, the only card that I see here that repeated itself is the Page of Wands. Here it is. Because this card came up in the 9-card spread. I'll put it there. So, this is good news. This is communication. And you did have quite a few pages in the 9-card spread. So, I mean, communication has to happen. There has to be, I also had the Page of Cups. There has to be communication from the heart. Somebody really has to say, what they're feeling. But I feel like there will be communication that will be good for you. This is always good news. Now, you start off with the 10 of Cups here. This is exactly what you want to hear if you have someone in your life that's no longer there, or if you want somebody back in your life. This is a happily ever after energy. This is happiness. This can even be love. This can even be marriage, children. It is just being completely fulfilled and just, bliss. But it's on hold. You've got the Hangman here. The Hangman is things being in limbo. You really don't know if you're going to get that happily ever after. You're stuck. You're not really moving forward. And again, we're focusing only on exes. Now, it's kind of interesting that, again, this is about someone that's no longer in your life. You broke up for whatever reason. The breakup is still showing up here. The fact that your breakup, this is the breakup card, that it's still here, it means that your breakup is still very much on your mind and your ex's mind, or the reasons why you broke up, they're still lingering there. And it is lined up here with the Hangman, so it is kind of stalling the energy of this happiness, of getting back together, of moving forward as a couple. Someone is holding back. You've got the Four of Pentacles here. This is, in a love reading, I always feel like the Four of Pentacles, this is someone that is trying to stay very much in their safe place. So, it can be that, your partner may feel that you won't forgive them. Your ex feels like you won't forgive them. They may feel like it's too late. Because it seems like somebody was done wrong. This is from the 9-card spread, Justice. But, again, this means that somebody wants to make things up to you. But they may feel like, they don't want to talk to me. But keep in mind there were pages all over the 9-card spread, and then that card repeats itself. They may feel like, they won't forgive me. There's still hurt here. There's pain. And then you've got the Two of Wands. This is, a message that you will have to wait. There will be, a delay. And you did have the Knight of Pentacles. In fact, here it is. You had the Knight of Pentacles in the 9-card spread saying there would be slow progress. So I feel like something, pretty major happened with Scorpio and their partner. Like something really painful where it's not that easy where you can just snap your fingers and, you're happy and back together again. It's going to take a lot of courage, but you did have the Seven of Wands as the main energy, confrontational energy. It's like it's time to face the music. Whatever broke you up, whatever, harsh feelings there are, whatever fears there are, slow progress. Somebody feels like, I shouldn't. I should just, stay here. This is resisting change, trying to stay in your safe place. The breakup is still very much front and center, literally. Here it is. It's stalling your reunion. It's keeping things in limbo. But you are being told to just wait because there will be communication. And again, it's a repeat energy. Page of Wands, Page of Wands. You will be hearing from your ex. There will be good news. The Ten of Cups is the first card that we pulled. And that is a card of love and happiness. So I feel like your story with your ex, it will have, a happy ending. But whatever happened, the pain, the memories, it's still there. And it's kind of, scaring your ex away. They may think that you won't forgive them. They may think you don't want to talk to them. But still, remember, the 9-card spread, pages everywhere. I forgot how many were there. Here's another one. But I know we also had the Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Page of Wands. They were everywhere. So I feel like you will be hearing from somebody. You will be hearing from your ex. And it could be that maybe they're terrified to reach out to you. They may think, you know, they're not going to forgive me. They don't love me anymore. Slow progress. But I feel like you will definitely be communicating. You're just being told to wait. Just wait just a little bit. Okay, Scorpio, this has been your love reading for September 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.